What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Right Body for You on AZN.FM. I am your host, Donnielle, who may not have all her faculties with her this morning, but you know what? I have a Coke in hand, so all is well. Give me a few minutes here. And I was looking at the wrong clock, which is pretty dang funny, so I thought I had 2 minutes, which, you know, for those of you who have done radio, know 2 minutes is a lifetime. But apparently the little voice on said, you have 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, good to know. The voices in my head that are telling me what to do, and that they're right sometimes. This is a show. Each week we talk about bodies. You know, what is the right body for you? And, you know, about a week and a half ago, I did this amazing free telecall. It was a 90-minute call. We did a lot of access consciousness verbal processing on it. And it's called What is the Right Body? And as usual, it went someplace completely unexpected. And because we those of us who are access consciousness facilitators, we do what's called following the energy. You know, like I have notes for today's shows, and we'll see where the show actually goes. But in this call, it was, what is the right body? Because, you know, I get that a lot because the show is called Right Body for You. The workshops that I facilitate all over the world are called Right Body for You. The book is called Right Body for You. And they're like, well, what is the right body for you? And so I did a 90-minute free telecall with a lot of the verbal processing of access consciousness on it. And it was pretty amazing, I have to admit. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from it. Like I'm still getting emails on Facebook and in my inbox that just go, you know what, thanks for this call. So I want to branch it out a little bit more. And if you're interested in receiving a download of this call, please email me at Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. So DONNIELLE at accessconsciousness.com. And I will send you a download link, as easy as that. It was a free call. I'd really like to get it just out into the world. And it's one of those, it's like, you know, please feel free to share if you know somebody who would be interested in it. Because yeah, it was a fun call. So, and we kind of talk about, you know, what is the right body? Isn't the right body a judgment? And you know what? Hey, you talk about being out of judgment of your body a lot. So, well, what the heck? What is the right body? And so this call was fun. It was fun. It was transformational and far-reaching. So please, if you're interested, email me at Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, and I will be happy to send you a link to be able to download the radio show or the telecall from. So this is Right Body for You. It's a show each week. We talk about bodies, okay? And bodies is an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic to do shows on. It's an interesting topic to facilitate classes on. All over the world, one of the most common points of view, thank you, Ria, you're awesome. One of the most common, for those who have not yet taken part in the AZN.FM chat room, it's awesome. It's very interactive. We joke, we have fun, we ask questions, and then the amazing producers do smart things for me, like put my email address on there for those who, you know, need it. So thank you for that. But if you want to join in on the chat room, it's a lot of fun. So, oh wow, I completely forgot where I was going. It's a good thing I'm cute. All right. So, bodies all over the world. Whenever I it seems to be a pretty unanimous point of view that bodies are painful, bodies are something to live through, which I find that interesting, that bodies are something to live through. But it doesn't matter what country I've been to, whenever promoting a body class, it's been really interesting that people who want to talk about bodies or don't want to talk about bodies, or what even, a body person is. It's like, well, I don't work with bodies, I'm not a body person. Well, you know what? A body person is someone who simply has a body. Okay? I'm actually finishing up an article on just that topic. So each week, Right Body for You brings you shows to help you introduce you to your body, to the fun and joy that bodies can be. And I know when I say that, for some people, they go, fun and joy? What did you smoke this morning if you think bodies fun and joy? Have you seen my body? It looks horrible. It feels horrible. What are you talking about? Why would my body be fun and joy? Why would I want to open myself up to something like that? And I'm like, I get it. I was there. I hated the fact that I had a body. It was painful. It was depressing. It was, I lugged it around. I had a lot of extra weight on it. And it was just wrong. For me, having a body was just wrong. I was on a fellow A2Zen.fm show on Monday, Lele's show. And I had just seen over the weekend a repeat of a show called Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and in there, there were basically a brain in a jar, and it had a brain, a brainstem, and then they could talk, communicate, little bubbles, whatever. And I remember, because I talk about that episode in my classes all the time, because it's like, I remember seeing that episode the first time going, yes, that's it, that would be awesome. If I didn't have to have a body, if I could just, be a brain in a jar and communicate with people, that would be awesome. So it was funny that I had just recently seen that episode again. And so when I say I get it about the bodies, I do. I was there. It still amuses me that, everything I do has the word bodies in it. I'm the Right Body for You facilitator. I'm the Access Consciousness Body Class coordinator, and it's so much fun. And when I started opening up my body, when I started opening up to my body, receiving from my body, or even just acknowledging the fact that I had a body, my whole life changed. So it's like, what if just acknowledging you have a body would allow your whole life to change? And when I mean my whole life changed, I mean everything changed. My money, my jobs, my outlook on life. And yes, my body changed, but it's so much more than it's like people are like, well, of course you feel better, you lost weight. It's like, it's not about that, because I actually gained it and I felt better still than when I was even thinner, because it was so much more than the physicalness of it, or how it looks and who I could track, what I could track, or the positive judgments I could receive. And so this is what the show is all about, is inviting you to a different possibility with your body. Even if it's just something as simple as feeling better, being in less pain. And this is what we're talking about today. And I know it sounds funny, and all of the tools, you guys, I know all of these tools I give you sound simple, and you know what they are? If you use them, okay? So one of the things I would strongly suggest is being nice to your body. I know, shocking. Call the newspapers and like, wait a minute, I heard on this radio show, this woman was talking about be nice to your body. Okay? Access consciousness. All of these tools come from Access Consciousness. Right Body for You is a division of a part of Access Consciousness. Okay? And Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, one of my favorite quotes of his is, Access Consciousness, the verbalization of everything you already know. Okay? And this is what Access Consciousness is all about, empowering you to know that you know. And that's why I love the tools of Access Consciousness, because almost without fail, every time Gary or Dane or another facilitator says something about, Access Consciousness or awareness or bodies, somewhere in my universe I go, oh yes, I knew that. Because you know what? I did know it. And you know what else? You know it as well. Okay? So when I say things like, oh, one of the greatest tools is being nice to your body, well, you're like, well, I know that. But, what would that even look like? So this is where we're going to go with this show today. It's going to branch out a little bit more of what that would actually look like of nice to your body. Okay? And you know what? I have good news. Sometimes that being nice to your body may include things like chocolate ice cream. I'm just saying. Because, people always think that being nice to your body means I can't eat anything yummy. I can only do things that are boring or whatever. But you know what? That's not necessarily the way it is. And I pulled chocolate ice cream out of somebody else's head, you guys, because my body's favorite thing is not chocolate ice cream. So one of all y'all's bodies is screaming for chocolate ice cream. So let me just say that. All right. So, and what if it was just 10% nicer to your body? Yes. So some days I could talk and type at the same time. Other times, not so well. All right. So what if you were only 10% nicer to your body? What could that possibly create? Okay. What if 10%, just 10%? Do you think you could do just 10%? Because it's like, if, in a 24-hour period, what is 10% of 24 hours? Right? Wow. Okay, see. So 24, what are we talking about? 2 hours a day. I know. Sorry. High math. I know. So what if you get just 2 hours a day or 2 minutes? What if you're like, oh, 2 hours, I can't even do that. And what was so funny is because when I asked, I'm like, well, what is 10% of 24? I'm like, I got 2 hours, 40 minutes. And I heard people going, that's just too much. I can't do that. No. So I go, okay, 20 minutes. What if you were just nicer to your body for 20 minutes a day? What could that create? Okay. Could it create more money? Could it create a better business? I was just on a radio show the other day, business radio show, talking about bodies and the contribution it could be. What if it could create more ease? What if it could create more awareness? Or that elusive thing that some of us ache for, sleep. Or less pain, less weight. What if it could even create more magic, and the magic that is all around us, and the magic that we just look at something and it changes, or we acknowledge our bodies and it changes, okay? So when we come back, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, I'm actually going to give some tips and tools on how to actually be nice to your body, because I can hear you guys going, yeah, okay, great. You're fluffing up a nice little possibility here, but, where's the cheese? Where's the cheese in this race, right? What can I actually do? What can I implement? What would that even look like of being nice to your body? Well, you know what? When we come back, we're going to get into that, okay? So stick with me. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body Fuel on AtoZen.fm. And you know what? We'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle. I am your host and tour guide to bodies today. And sometimes I laugh when I say welcome to Right Body for You, because I feel like I'm kind of introducing you to your body, and it's like, hello body, meet your infinite being. Infinite being, hello, this is your body. And what if it was the right body for you? Because I don't know, maybe you created and generated it, and if there was actually something positive and happy about it. Okay. All right. So welcome to Right Body for You. And so today we're talking about being nice to your body. And what if you were just 10% nicer to your body? What could that create? Which, 10% in one day was 2 hours, 40 minutes. We decided that was too long to just, start from scratch. It's like, oh, come on. That's way too long of an assignment. It's like longer than a movie, or it's one of the hot movies. Come on, give me something shorter than that. So I'm asking for 20 minutes. What if you're 20 minutes, or just 20 minutes a day nicer to your body? What could that create? We talked about more money, better business, more ease, more awareness, which is one of my fun ones. Sleep, less pain, less weight, or more weight. What if you would like to gain weight? I actually know people who go, I really need to gain weight, and their body says, yes, I would really like more weight on it. And more magic. Okay. All right. So here is one of the first things of how to be nice to your body. Okay. Drum roll. Don't create your body from the past. Okay. And what I mean by this is we all have those places. It's like, in the U.S. it was always, oh, my body was best when I was in high school. I was athletic. I was trim. I was, in the U.S. we also have this thing about, like, the best days of our lives were in high school. Well, not me. So far, every day of my life is my best day of my life. And high school wasn't necessarily it. And, but, we've been taught to find a picture of who we used to be. On my wedding day, I had best body because I had, dieted and starved myself or whatever to get into that perfect dress, and I looked gorgeous. I had my hair done, and that's what I would like to get back to. Or sometimes we're even told to get I know somebody who I know several people actually who have the body of a movie star, and then they cut and paste and put their head on it. And so it's like they're trying to get back to a past. So when I say don't create your body from the past, this is really a big one. If you have that picture on your fridge, or you have that picture in your eyesight at your office or something of like who you used to be and what you would like your body to look like again, please take it down. Please, 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 please. Because you know what? You are not that person anymore. Okay? So when you do that, you're actually setting yourself up to fail. Because you know what? We don't have the body that we had in high school. We're different now. We don't have the body we had yesterday. Okay? So I'm not saying this is an age thing at all. Your body changes and morphs every single second of every single day. And so when you look to the past to recreate something, you're actually causing like a stutter, a stall in your universe and in the energy around you and your body that sets up for failure, for judgment, for condescending to yourself, you know. And so please, please, please take that away, because you know what? That body's not possible because your body's different today. All right? So everything that brings up, everywhere we've been taught, we've been taught that you have to recreate a body instead of create a body. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, nice, shorts, boys, men. Okay, listen. Listen to what I just said, because it came out very interestingly. This is what I'm talking about, following the energy. I've never been pretend to be in charge of these things. We've been taught to recreate, not create bodies. Okay? So everywhere we are trying to recreate, and that's where the energy stutters, falls, and stops. Instead of create our body every day, truth, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Cool. Thank you. All right, wrong, good, bad, POC, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. And if you're just joining us today, welcome to the Sarcastic Show. And also, that is an example of the Access Consciousness verbal processing and Access Consciousness clearing statement. If you want to know more about that, please go to theclearingstatement.com, and it will give you a very detailed explanation of everything. But basically, all you need to know is this, like, if you have the willingness to go, you know what, yeah, that doesn't work for me, I'm going to choose something else, then the verbal processing will work for you. Okay, cool. And also in this, don't create your body from the past. We've all had those really fantastic moments where our body changes. It heals. It loses weight easily. Or any, you know, and I did that lose weight easily one really well. You know, when I first went into Access, as part of the Access Consciousness book, you know, I dropped 10 dress sizes in a matter of months. And it was easy, it was fun, it was light. And then, you know, I got into crazy points of view and just a little bit, so I started gaining some weight back. And I had spent a lot of time trying to recreate that ease of how I lost weight or did whatever. But you know what? That was silly. As my body's different, I'm different. I'm a different level of potency than I was before. I'm on a different level of limitations. You know, I have less limitations than I did then. There's so many different things with that of like, well, that worked then, it has to now. But what if it doesn't? Because, you know what, like I said, like a picture of that body that we once were, we're not that body anymore. We're not that set of limitations and possibilities anymore. We're something completely different. So everywhere you have in your, whether for healing, losing weight, or making money, or whatever it is, you have a, well, it worked then, so it must work now. All of the SHIKU, some people may say gazoon type, it basically stands for all the, it's secret, visible, unseen, covert, unsaid, undisclosed, unacknowledged, and covert. implants and explants. So basically anywhere we've been implanted with something like that. Because anytime you say something a lot like, oh, work then, it must work now, you're implanting yourself with a point of view, okay? Which is why we ask for all the Shikyu implants, okay? So everywhere, all the Shikyu implants and explants holding it in place, well, if it worked then, it must work now. Truth, would you be willing to destroy and create all those? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, and this is why I'm saying don't create your body from the past, because it's really big and in depth. There's a lot of cheese in this one, guys, and all different sorts of flavors too, not just cheddar. And somebody asked in the chat room, it's like, I do that all the time. How do we break that cycle? First off, acknowledge that we're doing it. And that process that we just ran of, all the Shikyu implants and explants holding in place, well, if it worked then, it must work now. Acknowledging it right then is the first step to breaking the cycle. And then, I know it sounds crazy, but you ask your body, okay, so that worked then, cool. Everywhere we've decided and judged that that's the only way that would ever work again, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, knock online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then, okay, body, what would it take to change this? And I know I've said this question before. Please don't turn me off in your head or on the dial just because it's like, oh, I've heard this part. Body, what would it take to change this? Okay. But here's the beauty of the verbal processing with access consciousness is, you know what? You and your body are not in the same place you were before we did that processing of acknowledging or getting rid of the implant of it worked then, it must now. So you know what? When you ask the question of body, what would it take to change this? You're coming from a different place. You're coming from a place of less limitation. So when you do that, you're actually in a space, a space and place to actually receive more of that awareness from your body of what it would actually take to change it. Okay. I love that, I don't talk for a living or that I make up words. Place. You come from a different place. They're trying to spit it out, yes. So yeah, that's the beauty of the verbal processing is every time you do it, every time, even if it's just a little bit, yes, even if it's just a little splinter, you are different. And so when you ask a question that you may have asked 1,000 times, you know what? You get more awareness on it. Okay. So I just created a new word, place. The places and the spaces. And yeah, I'm laughing at what's going on in the chat room. So like I said, if you haven't joined us live and you haven't joined us in the chat room, please feel free to do. We have a good time. And it really helps shift and move the energy, so I'm always grateful for the interaction on there. Okay, so this is what we're talking when it's don't create your body from the past, okay? Because if you're creating from the past, then what you're, and for me it's like, I can't remember if I made it up or I heard it somewhere, but it's like if you're creating your body from the past, you're always looking behind you, so you know what? You're going to trip over that ottoman. That Dick Van Dyke show from a million years ago comes into mind. It's like if you're looking behind you, you're going to trip over what's right in front of you because you're looking to the back. So the same thing can be from creating your body from the past. And this is what we're talking about with it's not nice to your body. Because your body's screaming like, no, let's go to the future. Let's move forward. Let's create. Let's not recreate. And so every time we recreate from the past or live in the past of like, oh, well, that was great then or whatever, or we're actually judging our bodies, condemning our bodies and ourselves. That's not very nice. Suddenly I feel like Sesame Street. That's not very nice. But Sesame Street is a kid's show in the U.S. Or other places in the world. It tends to be universal. All right. So that don't create your body from the past is one of the first things I can say is one of the ways to be nicer to your body. Okay. And I gave you some examples of that, and it's far-reaching even more. I should probably do just a show on that of don't create your life and your body from the past. And I should probably write that down. I always get these great ideas during the show, and then I forget to write them down. And how does it get any better than that? All right. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, I have more that I can give you about things to be nicer to your body. Okay, and then what would just 20 minutes a day be nicer to your body, create and generate for your life? Okay, all right. So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We are on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. This is Donnielle, and I am your host today, and your tour guide to bodies. We are talking today about being nice to your body, and it's funny when we were talking right before the break, we were talking about. Don't create your body from the past. And that was one of the things that I was saying about how to be nice to your body. And it's interesting when we bring these energies up of the past because they can be really there and they can be really thick. Because if you notice, I stuttered a little bit when I was like introducing the show. I'm like, oh, welcome to Right Body for You. And what's funny about that is because the energy of the past was there is a couple of years ago, I used to do a radio show with my mother called Access the Magic, and it was on a broadcast radio station down in St. George, Utah. And so when we were talking about this energy of the past, when the segment started, I went into, oh, welcome back. This is Donnielle. This is Casey on Access the Magic. And I'm like, whoa, no, that was the past. But this is what I'm talking about. Just become aware of these things. You stop doing it from the knee-jerk reaction instead of, because we do that a lot. We do the knee-jerk reaction of life because we're not willing to be aware of these things. So I say this a lot. One of the first steps to breaking a cycle, one of the first steps is to changing things, is to first acknowledge what's going on, because once you acknowledge it, you stop that knee-jerk reaction and you stop that cycle, because that cycle is just the lack of awareness of, what's going on really. So when you acknowledge that, then you can actually receive the change, because I get it. The past can be thick sometimes and can be really invitive and seductive, and it's like, oh, that was so nice then. And it's like, okay, so take what elements of that worked and how would it show up today, okay? And even in relationships, you guys, You partner that you are with, you're not the same people yesterday. Why should, it's like recreating the beginning of your relationship. It's like, no, you're creating your relationship every day. And you know what? The relationship with your body is the same. It's not about recreating, it's about creating. Okay? All right, so one of the other things you can do to be nice to your body today, right now, at least for 20 minutes, is don't do competition with your body. Okay? I know people, those of you listening, probably looked at that and went, what? It's a head scratcher. Don't do competition with your body. Are you saying compete with my body? Yeah, actually I am. This competition with your body is multifaceted, like a little diamond, right? When you do competition with your body, I realized I did this quite dynamically. And if you guys haven't noticed, I tend to give a lot of examples of like, well, yes, I did this. This is one of the ways I get these awarenesses, folks, is I use the tools. And it's like, oh, that was an interesting choice. Now what would I like to choose, okay? But this competition with your body was really interesting because it can show up different ways. I co-facilitated a teleseries with Access founder Gary Duff, and I realized one day that, I asked the question of like, well, I was helping my niece push her car out of the snowbank, and it was just me alone. And I'm like, okay, body, truth, can we do this? Can we, push this car out of the snowbank? And my body's like, yeah, we can. And then I kind of energetically shoved my body out of the way and went, I can do it. And it didn't work because I stopped including my body in the computation of that, okay? And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. One of the facets of don't do competition with your body is it's like, how often do we get the awareness from our body and go, I got it, I can do it, just sit back, and it doesn't change, it doesn't get easier, or whatever it is, okay? So please allow the contribution of your body. So when you ask your body the question, body, what would it take to change this, whatever it is, and then you get the awareness of eat this, go here, talk to this person, take a nap, or whatever it is, please be aware energetically where you go, okay, I got it, and just shove your body off to the side. It's like, okay, truth, am I allowing the contribution of my body? Yes. Okay, cool. Good. All right. And then some of the other places we do competition with our bodies is anytime we look at another person's body, whether it's a person in front of us, whether it's a person in a magazine or a movie, and we go, oh, I wish I could look like them. We are actually doing competition. Okay? Competition is not just, I am better than you, and let me prove it. Competition is also, you know what? I am less than you, and let me prove it, okay? So anytime we are comparing our bodies to another and find ourselves better or lacking, we are actually doing competition, and we are forcing judgment into our bodies. And again, we're kind of stuttering and stalling that energy that is possible, that creation that's possible with our bodies, okay? And the chat run alive with this competition and comparing things. So yeah, let me say that again. Anytime you compare your body to another's, even if it's, I don't know, a body of yours from the past, okay? See where this comes from. And you find yourself lacking or you find yourself better, you are doing competition, okay? So everything that is and everywhere we have been taught to find a body to compare ourselves to, and that's how we know what we can look like, should look like, or whatever. Truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate it and return that point of view to sender, please? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online, shorts, bull, and beyond. Yeah, it is insidious. Somebody in the chat room said it's insidious. It is. It's prevalent. It's what we've been taught. It's like, well, whose body would you like to like? This is where body, what would you like to look like, actually comes in. Because bodies are so different. Bodies are so ranging. There's so many different possibilities out there. And and it's really interesting. I have seen, this whole idea of beauty and things like that. I have seen people who have what this reality would quote as a beautiful body, okay? And I've seen the infinite being judge the crap out of it to where, you know what, it's not that beautiful. And the other is true also. I've seen people who, like, I know this one woman who she has quite a bit of extra weight. I mean, we're quite a bit. She loves her body. And when she moves gracefully. And you know what? She's gorgeous. Okay? So what if it's just about the no competition and the no judgment that is what actually creates that ease and that beauty? And what is beauty is, oh my gosh, something completely different, than what we've been taught. So everything that brings up, destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay? So those are the ways. Don't do competition with your body. Whether it's you shoving your body out of the way, or if you're looking at another body going, oh, I wish I could look like that. When you do that, go, whoo, I think that is destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay? Said you don't actually have to define all the stuff to be able to change it. So when you find yourself doing that competition, oh, I wish I could look like that, or well, at least I look better than her, or at least I'm thinner than her, or at least I'm healthier than that person, or whatever it is. Again, every time you compare yourself, you or your body, to another person or an idea. How many of us have compared ourselves to an idea? The photos of old movie stars, or, for me it was Marilyn Monroe, right? Or a concept of what a female should be, or a male should be, or whatever it is. So anytime we find ourselves comparing ourselves to a person or a concept, and we find ourselves better, lacking, or even equal to, okay? It's like, well, I have that whatever, that image, that idea is, I have that in my mind. That works. I have achieved that. You're still doing that competition with your body because you're comparing, okay? So everywhere we've been taught that is the way to be. Truth, would you be willing to destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay. We're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, I have more stuff. This show is going by lickety-split. So I have at least one more. And ways of being nice to your body. And what if you were just 20 minutes nicer to your body each day? What could that create and generate in your life? Okay? So this is Donnielle. This is Body for You. We are on A2Z.FM, and we will be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body, and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Z.FM.
When you're pondering the big questions like, is there more than this? How can I have a happy relationship? What would it take to like my body? And how do I make more money? Where do you go for information and tools? Check out the online store at accessconsciousness.com. Accessconsciousness.com has books, DVDs, instant video and audio downloads, online classes, and so much more. Subjects include abuse, changing your body, recovery, raising children, business techniques, tools to generate more money, how to have better sex and healthier relationships, just to name a few. At accessconsciousness.com, you can also find facilitators who teach local classes on a variety of subjects. AccessConsciousness.com, your one-stop shop for tools to assist you in changing your life. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Go to AccessConsciousness.com to learn more.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I am your host and tour guide to bodies. And today we're talking about being nice to your body. And what if you're just 20 minutes a day nicer to your body? What could that create and generate for your life? And I have at least one more that I'd like to share with you. But before we get to that, I'd really like to talk a little bit about the upcoming classes in Houston, Texas. I always tend to leave it off to the last second, and I really want to make sure to let you guys know what's going on because it is groundbreaking. You've heard me say that I facilitate Right Body for You classes all over the world, and it's a 2.5-day workshop, and we have a lot of fun in it. We talk about the communion with your body, communicating with it, the connection to it. We do activities. It's a workshop. It's very interactive of we don't just, we pod pocket and then it's like, okay, well, let's take a moment and actually connect your body and we work at it that way as well. And so, we talk about bodies and eating, bodies and money, bodies and pain, judgment, earth, word languaging, and whatever else comes up. Sex usually comes up because, some people's one of their favorite things to do with their bodies is to play with another body and all the different ways that can show up and what it would look like. And basically whatever questions you bring up is where we go. I've gotten a lot of compliments. I just got a testimonial yesterday from somebody that just stole my breath away. She said, she's taken a lot of access classes, and the class I just did in London, England, she said it was one of the most, she received one of the most transformational classes she had ever had, and it literally brought me to tears. I'm like, wow, thank you. But the great thing is that you guys choose this. I'm just the tour guide, and I'm so grateful for all of that. So I say this because I'm doing a 2.5-day and there's no prereq, so it's open to anybody. If you work with bodies or you have a body, it's a 2.5-day work in Houston, Texas, USA. But here's the fun thing: for the first time, and I don't know when, it's actually being live streamed, so you can watch it live. And what's fun with this is you're not just a voyeur. You can actually, yes, I like that. Somebody just put Donnielle Carter, tour guide of body awareness. Yes, I like it. With the live stream, it's not just a voyeur of it. You actually interact with it. You ask live questions. There's somebody there in front of a computer that you can throw questions to. So it's really phenomenal. And we're doing this because after that 2.5 days, for the first time, this is the groundbreaking part, for the first time in Access history, so like 27 years, Douglas and I are co-facilitating an advanced Right Body for You. And I am so excited for this. What it will look like, I have no idea. This class has never been facilitated before. And you know what? I don't know when it will be facilitated again. So, and this class is also being live streamed, okay? And one thing I do know about it is it's not necessarily so much about fixing bodies anymore. It's about creating the future of the world, of the earth, of the oneness of consciousness, and all of that includes bodies. And this is what this class is about. It's about creating the future, and the future includes bodies. So what else is possible with that? So you can go to accessconsciousness.com to sign up for the live stream classes, or if you want to come to Texas and play with us there, we're going to have a lot of fun. But that is, so it's April 7th, 8th, 9th is the 2.5-day workshop, and then 10th, 11th, 12th is the 3-day class with Gary Douglas and I, founder of Access Consciousness. That'll be fantastic. All right, so that being said, one of the last thing I want to leave you with about being nice to your body is connect to the earth, okay? Again, I know this sounds simple, but take a moment. I don't care if you're in a plane. I don't care if you're on a 50th floor in a building, or if you're standing in the grass. Take a moment and connect with the earth. Connect your body with the earth. And whenever I do this, my body just goes, thank you, and kind of expands. And you know what? And I don't mean expands like I gain weight or I bloat or anything. It's just that my body's not as contracted. You ever seen those people, or you yourself, where you're just holding yourself so tightly? That holding yourself so tightly is not actually a kindness to your body. So when you connect to the earth, it actually helps you to ease your body, okay? And that's what I mean by that expand, is it actually helps you ease your body. And when your body is in ease like that, you actually have more awareness. You're actually able to receive more of what's going on around you, and then you won't, trip over things, or you know what's required when. Okay? So if you can actually stand in the grass or hug a tree or whatever it is you want, great. And if you can't, I've done it at planes. I'm not kidding. I'm like, okay, connect to the earth. And my body just feels better, and then I feel better, and more is possible. Okay? So that is the third thing that I can give you right this second. There's so much more, and ask your body, how can I be nice to you today? What would that look like? Okay? But these are some things I can give you right now. All right? Don't create your body from the past. Don't do competition with your body, and connect to the earth. Okay? This is the thing, like animals have a great connection with their bodies and the earth. It's those animals that, like, before the tsunami hit, they headed for the hills. This is that connection to the earth, and then increasing the awareness, going, you know what? The whole world's vibrating. Water's coming in. Head for the hills. Head for the high points, okay? This is also what connecting to the earth can give in your body, and this is why it is one of those things I can say to be nice to your body right now. Connect to the earth and see how that, you can do it right now. I don't care where you are, however, even if you're driving. You don't have to be immobile to connect to the earth. Just connect to the earth, and all you have to do is ask for it to happen, and it will. You don't have to envision anything. There doesn't have to be lights or anything like that. Just ask for it to happen, and it will. And just see how your body feels with that. Okay? And what actually be like for you. Okay? So that is, thank you those who can do it. I can totally believe that. All right? So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the replay. Remember, if you want the copy of the What is the Right Body telecall, email me at Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com, and I will be happy to send you the download link. And make it a great week, a happy week. Enjoy your body, because you know what? It's enjoying you. And please join us next week right here at Right Body for You. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.